Well, we have truly an amazing collection of individuals with us here today, giving us a kind of embarrassment of riches from which to select in order to fully demonstrate the significance of what this family started here and what it inspired in the form of the Sand County Almanac. Our first speaker, by her very presence, demonstrates the national significance of this landscape. And as we began the process to secure the Shack and Farm as a National Historic Landmark, we sought out voices that could help emphasize how this small spot in the world has influenced how people think all over the world about small spots. Early on, we received enthusiastic support from the Wisconsin Congressional Delegation as they collectively endorsed this effort through a letter to the Secretary of Interior. And so we are pleased and honored today to have with us Congresswoman Baldwin to share with us some of her thoughts and the importance of this subject.
I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. I brought my rather well-worn copy of Sand County Almanac, and when you read about a place, you develop it in your mind's eye. But this is a place I haven't been before, and so you can imagine what a thrill it is to have felt like I've been a part of this through the writing of Aldo Leopold, and now get a chance to see the place, but also know that so many others are going to be able to benefit from its preservation. You know, it's a sad coincidence that we are gathered here to dedicate this historic landmark to conservationism at the very same time that we're confronting an environmental catastrophe in the Gulf of Mexico. Aldo Leopold wrote that we must examine each question in terms of what is ethically and aesthetically right, as well as what is economically expedient. And so as we strive to transform and progress, to rebuild an economy, to create clean energy jobs, to forge a new energy system that is independent and renewable and environmentally sustainable, we must continually repeat that question. Are we doing all that is ethically and aesthetically right? Our great state is home to many notables, politically active citizens, world-class scientists, Olympic athletes, but this land has nurtured some of our nation's most ardent environmentalists. John Muir, Aldo Leopold, Gaylord Nelson, men who dedicated their lives to preserving our most precious natural resources. And let me, on this particular week, add to that list my friend and colleague and mentor, Dave Obey, who has been such a champion of Wisconsin's land and its values. And he will be sorely missed when he retires from the Congress at the end of this year. We are heirs to all of their legacies. And like Aldo Leopold, we are also emissaries of the Wisconsin idea. The notion that the research, the teachings, the writings of our great leaders, our academic institutions and people should benefit all the people of our state and influence the public policy of our state and nation. Leopold was an exemplar of the Wisconsin idea. His teachings live on through his writings, this foundation, and the Wisconsin idea, and it's really fitting that we preserve this farm and its illustrious shack and designate them as National Historic Landmarks. We can read and reread and savor the wisdom in the Sand County Almanac, but coming here gives it really new meaning. Here we can feel the soil, although I wouldn't recommend it today, breathe the air, and see the signs of life that are the foundation of Leopold's observations and teachings. So those tragic images from the Gulf of Mexico also serve as a call to action. As although Leopold himself observed that the situation appears hopeless should not prevent us from doing our very best. May this land and the Leopold homestead serve as a constant reminder to us and future generations of our obligation to do our best, to protect and preserve and honor and enjoy our natural environment. And before I conclude, I just wanted to share 3 paragraphs. It's May, and we're here, and so I turn to May. Called Back from the Argentine. When the dandelions have set the mark of May on the Wisconsin pastures, it is time to listen to the final proof of spring. Sit down on a tussock, cock your ears at the sky, dial out the bedlam of the meadowlarks and redwings, and soon you may hear it. The flight song of the upland plover, just now back from the Argentine. If your eyes are strong, you may search the sky and see him. Wings a-quiver, circling among the woolly clouds. If your eyes are weak, don't try it. Just watch the fence posts. Soon a flash of silver will tell you on which post the plover has alighted and folded his long wings. Whoever invented the word grace must have seen the wing foldings of the plover. There he sits. His whole being says, it's your next move to absent yourself from his domain. The county records may allege that you own this pasture, but the plover airily rules out such trivial legalities. He has just flown 4,000 miles to reassert the title he got from the Indians. And until the young plovers are a wing, this pasture is his, and no one may trespass without his protest.